Welcome in to Season 10 of the RAM Report, Harriton's leading news program, with our anchors Andrew Dew and Sam Ferencik. Get ready for an introduction to Student Council, a Heard It in the Halls, a look into sports at Harriton, and Sam's interview with our new principal. That's all right now, live from the Harriton High School television studio in Rosemont, Pennsylvania. This is the RAM Report.
Happy Thursday, Rams. Before we start, we'd like to thank the HarritonTV founder, Ricky Sayer, for reading our intro as we celebrate 10 years of the RAM Report.
As I mentioned last year, Lower Merion School District Superintendent Dr. Gianni left the school district for a job within his hometown. With that change, Ms. Megan Schaefer has become acting superintendent, Mr. Weinstein, former Harriton principal, became acting assistant superintendent, and finally Mr. Warschauer became the acting principal of Harriton High School. 2 weeks ago, I had the chance to sit down with Mr. Warschauer and discuss his plans for the year. Here's a portion of that interview.
Hey, I'm Stu Warschauer. I am the acting principal of Harriton High School. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so we'll start things off with our first question. Why did you want to become an educator and more specifically a principal? Short
story is I did not think about becoming a teacher initially. I majored in philosophy and religion in college, and my plan at the end of college, I laugh to say this, was to go on tour with my band. The band fell apart, and actually, in seriousness, what kind of changed the trajectory of my life is I got very sick. I have Crohn's disease, and while I was in the hospital, I applied to be a New York City teaching fellow in a bit of a cliche brush with mortality kind of way of just like, I want to do something that's meaningful. So that's how I initially got my start in teaching.
So on American Ninja Warrior, you talked about how you were the principal of Mastery Charter School in West Philadelphia. So how do you think your experience being a principal there will help being the acting principal at Harriton?
Yeah, thank you for asking that. I have what I say about my time at Mastery Charter in West Philadelphia. It was a Harrity. It's really where I feel like I grew up as an educational leader. It was my first principal role. Yeah. And I think I would say this. What I learned from that experience over the course of 5 years is that there's nothing that's more important than community, both for adults and for students. That the strength of the school, if you hope to have strong academic outcomes, athletics, arts, it starts with a sense of belonging.
Obviously last week and even prior years, we saw a lot about smartphone usage at Harriton and a lot about off and away policy last year. This year, we went a lot about it, a lot more consequences this year. What really inspired you to make that change, or what caused administration to want to start doing more consequences for it?
Yeah, so good question. So I did say this during the assemblies, and I know this is coming across as new because of the focus on it. None of the policies have shifted. Yeah. What has really shifted is the teachers trying to work as a collective in holding consistent rules from classroom to classroom. And the impetus was a few things. First, I did spend a year here last year, and I noticed that depending on which room you went into, there might have been different expectations, which I ultimately think is unfair to students. If like you're going to one class and there's some expectations, another class and there's different expectations. I think the other thing, and this is more broadly in the field of education, as you've probably seen, districts around the country are moving in a more assertive manner in terms of banning phones. There's increasing amounts of research that, you know, the impact of smartphones in education is generally pretty negative. So all those things combined, it isn't just Harriton. This is also something that's happening across Lower Merion School District schools.
Moving on to the school year, what are your main goals for the school year? What do you hope to see different in Harriton? What do you hope to see stay the same?
It's a good question, and it goes back to the first question you asked me about my time as a principal at Mastery Charter. I think a couple things. I believe the community is the most important thing. Yeah. So as a teacher, and then I served as an assistant principal, a dean of students. Like, the most important job I think I have is to like take care of people, and that's both like teachers, staff, students, etc. So in terms of the question you asked around goals, I think one of my goals this year is to listen and learn about what are going to be the things that really move us forward instructionally and as a community. There are a couple goals I have. One is consistency of expectations, as you know, with like phones and like arriving to class. Because I believe like when we don't have consistent policies around those things, those can take up a lot more headspace which could be occupied by more interesting and important things, like what we're learning in class. So one goal is consistency across our classrooms around expectations. Another goal of mine is to get to know more of the students, get to know more of the staff. Yeah.
So one more question. So this interview will be aired to all of Harriton's population, all the students and staff. Is there any message you'd like to say to them, or to the teachers, to the students, to everyone at Harriton as a whole?
Yeah, there is. I would say this, I'm a newcomer to this community, and I'm way more of a newcomer than many to this community, and I guess the big thing on my mind is just to say thank you. The students, the families, the staff have been incredibly supportive and encouraging. They've been patient with me as I've been learning things, and I just feel really privileged to be here.
Thanks, Sam. Next up, we have our newest sports segment, On the Rack, with Trey DeMarco and Isaac Gelhaus.
Hello everyone, I'm Trey DeMarco.
And I'm Isaac Gelhaus.
Welcome to our show, On the Rack, where we talk about Harriton sports.
First order of business. Girls volleyball had a 6-game win streak that was sadly broken earlier this week. We're hoping for more wins coming up against Upper Darby on Monday and Strathaven on Wednesday.
Boys soccer also made huge plays earlier this week, beating Strathaven in double overtime. The team ended up winning with a goal from Noah Duffy and an over-the-top assist from William Short. They play Springfield tonight and Pencrest and Marple next week.
Tuning into girls soccer, they just played against an undefeated Strathaven earlier this week and ended up winning 1-0. They also play Springfield tonight and Pencrest and Marple next week. Let's show out.
Next up, we have girls field hockey that had a shutout win against Strathaven on Tuesday, with 2 goals from Sage Bowman, 1 goal from Julia Cognetti, and 1 goal from Julia Heckman. Next Tuesday, they have a key game at Pencrest at 3:45.
Harriton Golf is also currently 6-1 with a win against Strathaven earlier this week. Thomas Cronin and Carson Derringer are currently leading the team with the 2 lowest averages. That's it for today. See you next time for On the Rack.
Thanks, guys. Hoping to see everyone out to show spirit at this week's sports games. Next up, we'd like to introduce you to our new student council officers.
Hi, I'm Ella Summer.
I'm Ronika Danwada.
And I'm Audrey Orloff. And today, we're finding out about the leaders of Student Council. Hi, can you please tell me your name and what you do at Harriton Student Council?
Yes, my name is Audrey and I'm the Student Council President.
Is there something that you would like to see changed at Harriton?
I would like to see more participation of the students at the different events that we have. I think a lot of the clubs throw really cool and interesting events and students don't always participate, and I think that's definitely an attitude that we should change.
Great, I'm excited to see that get done. And is there a exotic animal that you would like as a pet?
If I could have an exotic animal, I would have a giraffe, just because they're my favorite animal and I think they're really pretty and cool, and yeah. And they could reach things up high if I wanted them.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, name and occupation.
I'm Serena and I'm the vice president.
What is one thing you would like to change here at Harriton this year?
Definitely how mental health is perceived around here. I see a lot of students get stressed out. I personally get stressed out a lot out here at Harriton, so I definitely want to change something about that.
Okay. And my biggest question, was the dress blue and black or white and gold?
I say blue and black because I like blue and black personally. Don't trust me with that, but personally I like those colors, so I'm gonna say that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your name and occupation in student council?
My name's Julia Cognetti and I'm the secretary. One of my primary roles is focusing on the Instagram and getting the involvement up in spirit and activities. Yeah.
All right. And how would you like to improve the atmosphere around Harriton?
Well, with our new Rams rundown, our goal is to try to get people at Harriton to come and support either sports or clubs and really become more of a connected community. So that would be one of my goals.
Okay. Please state your favorite bird and why it is your favorite bird.
I'd have to say an eagle because go Eagles.
Hi, can you please give me your name and what you do at Harriton Student Council?
I'm Kyler Parker, and I'm the Student Council Treasurer.
As a treasurer, what is the main role that you do?
Stealing.
Kyler, can you give us a treasurer's opinion on the best United States coin?
Yeah, I love the quarter, actually. I think the quarter is a great coin because it's literally 25% of a dollar. Because what's a nickel, right? if there's 5% inflation, people don't say there's a nickel of inflation, but you could say there's a quarter of inflation, right?
Yeah.
I guess from a mathematical point of view, a quarter is the best, just because it is the fraction it claims to be, instead of like the dime. What's a dime?
Hey, what's your name?
I'm Pierce Merrill.
Do you have a nickname?
People like to call me Stu.
So we could say you might put the stew back in Stuco.
That is a true fact, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, what's one thing you want to change this year at Harriton?
I definitely want to get the people excited for school. I don't want it to be something that they dread every day. The spirit really needs to improve. Everyone needs to be really excited, Yeah.
So what are you doing to prepare for your role next year?
In order to prepare for my role next year, I'm going to listen to all of Kyler's advice. He's really a great mentor. And I'm just going to continue. I'm going to continue to grind out. And yeah, I'm just going to keep grinding.
Thank you, Harriton, and have a terrific Thursday.
Finally, for our last report for today, here is Hurt in the Halls.
She don't believe in shooting stars, but she believe in shoes and cars.
Welcome back to Heard It in the Hall, Back to School Edition. We're your hosts, Ishani Mishra
and Jordan Littman.
Let's go hit the books.
Yeah. What color is English?
Blue. It's blue. I'm sick of everyone that says it's red. That's because you can't read.
Red. I'm very excited to be honest. Easily red.
I think English is green.
I think multicolor is cool too.
Red. Yeah, 100% red.
Yellow. Orange.
Or yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah, I was gonna say yellow.
Okay. Or black. I think black.
What? Pink is Spanish. Green is English. Yellow is non-existent. And history is blue.
English is red?
Yes.
Why is English red?
No, it's not.
No, English is yellow.
English is yellow.
No, I'm right though because I associate all the right colors with everything.
No. How is green English?
Yellow represents intelligence. English is thought-provoking.
Green is English because it's, green is the color of the grass, which means that the grass is the color of earth.
Someone will tell you it's green because the land is green.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be more sciencey?
We learn about Earth in English.
Green for economics because of money.
Blue is just sad, it's depressing.
What color do you think math is?
Red. Blue. Green.
Red?
Blue. I will die on that hill. It is blue.
Why do you think it's green?
I don't know. Why would it? It's not blue.
Blue.
No, red.
It's red.
No, like
blue. No, it's not blue.
I don't know. I just associate the word blue with science.
It's blue.
Like a fire engine red. Like a fire engine red.
It's blue. It's blue.
It's a red.
Red. Blue. Wait. Blue. No, it's not. It is red. It is red.
I think red. I think red also.
Is it blue? It's a cool tone color, obviously. It's like
Math is red and a Wednesday.
I can.
And 5 times 5.
Wait.
it's red. It's red because red is just like the answers to everything, and yeah.
No, I feel like math is more like 10 times 10.
Math is 5 times 5 and it's a Wednesday.
No, I feel like English is like 5 times 5.
English is like 3 times 3.
Red.
Blue.
Sadness and despair.
That's so real.
Math is red, English is blue.
What? That's the correct one. Yes. What subject do you think is blue?
Math.
History.
How's math red? I know math is red. Hold on.
And what do you think is red?
Latin.
Latin?
Yeah.
You're a bum.
That's language.
Math is blue. I will stand by it. Math is 110% blue. If you say anything else, you call me and I'll tell you that it's blue. I will go up, I'll pick up the phone, I'll be like, ring, 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 ring. I'll be like, yo. And then you'll be like, what color is the math? And I'll be like, it's blue.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
I am going.
The first Heard It of the Halls of this year. Signing off, I'm Ishani Mishra.
And I'm Jordan Littman.
Honestly, I agree with the editor on that one.
Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in to HarritonTV's first RAM report of the year.
Have a great Thursday, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.